Hi, I'm looking to do a quick video here looking at the song Summertime Is Past and Gone, which is a Bill Monroe song. It's a waltz, and going to listen to this version of Frank Wakefield and Red Allen doing it, R.I.P. Frank Wakefield. And just thinking about tremolo double stops and slides and how they work together to put a break that really replicates the melody, but with some good accents that really kind of make it pop out. This first, he does a good high break. Just going to listen to the kickoff and then the first break that Frank Wakefield does and kind of think about how I might approach it. It's in G flat because of how they're tuned, but I'm going to look at it in the key of G. So let's listen to this.
Summertime is passing on, and I'm on my way back home to see the only one I ever loved. Now the moon is shining bright, it lights my pathway tonight, back to the only one I ever loved. And I know she waits for me down in old Tennessee. She would sing to me from God above. Now the moon is shining bright, it lights my pathway tonight, back to the only one I ever loved. Summertime is past and gone.
I'm going to pause it right there, but how about that? Kind of hard to beat that for beautiful waltz tremolo type stuff. Now let's just take a look here. I'm going to lower this camera a little bit. Now if I were playing this one just in a basic way, I'm kind of playing out of this G chop shape here. Right there we see some of the initial bread and butter slide ideas. Just into the 5, flat 5 to 5, and then flat 3 to 3, classic chop shape. Now, of course, adding the G on top to make the double stop. So there we have the C. Here we go with another slide. And there we have another great tag slide lick that is also, you see that a lot. That's sliding down from the 5 through the flat 5, and then back up from the flat 3rd. And then hitting the the tonic, the G right there. It's just a classic slidey tag that could be used in any key, basically, and really just add some nice little accents. Now, I want to talk a little bit about playing out of a different position and then getting to this double stop position here, which is the third and the fifth, which actually, if you put your finger back on the root, you're kind of just at your old open G scale there. But out of this position, especially when you put your, for kickoffs, if you have your finger, your middle finger on the 5, which is the D up there, and then your pointer finger on the root, this is your classic bluegrass kickoff. Now, that's a different song, but that's kind of the landscape. And what I'm trying to get to is for the third, getting to this double stop position, which you can also slide up from here. So it just kind of gives it a little bit of different texture and some other ideas there. So if I was coming from here, I could do this. There's that D double stop that you can do. So that's coming from this spot. You can kick off from here where we started that other break. Get that big dramatic slide to that position. 9-5 on the D and A. Or you could start from here and you just want to make sure you're getting to that 5, that D chord for the first note of the melody. So there's 2 ideas. One other thing I want to talk about is this. On the second break, it sounds like Frank Wakefield is up here in this, which is actually, so if we're like at the 10th fret and the 7th fret on the E, and then the 10th fret there, that's actually where we're going to start this break, is on this 10th fret of the E string. Pretty dramatic. And what we could do is we could mix these 2 things up by going kind of like starting the break here, and when we get to the D, I'm going to slide up here to what this is just basically a D chop, the chop shape out of the D. I'm not going to play a chop chord there, but it's a fun place to slide to and play out of, since the D, since the 4 chord of the 5 chord is the root, you can also resolve here. So there's all these ideas where you can grab that melody and still play the melody, keep it true to itself, but you can slide around and get some different parts and add some drama and excitement to it. So let's see if I can pull together a break that ties both of those ideas together. you have it. A little rough, but got into all different areas and accessed different places, and still pretty much tried to stay true to the melody. It's a fun tune, and definitely check out the Kitchen Tapes if you haven't. And thanks for tuning in.